Now, nothing gets more exciting than our Super Rugby teams, and we're profiling them on our Feel Good Breakfast show this whole week. I'll never forget the day that my dad was watching one of the tests and I was sitting next to him choking on biltong, and he didn't even realize it because he was watching Victor Matfield, and I was like, Dad, I'm choking.
So get over it, Lana.
I know, literally.
But yes, we are going to be taking time to kind of just demystify the whole competition. Graham is going to help us out as well.
100%.
To make it accessible, you know, to each and everyone out there so that we can understand and exactly what's happening and share in the excitement. So, Graham, what are we kicking off with today?
We too can ignore our loved ones as they choke to death on biltong. No, Super Rugby really is the pinnacle of where, you know, we talk about international rugby as being where the pride is, but where players are made and often broken is Super Rugby. It is played at the highest level of intensity. It is bruising rugby. So we've got Lions now back in the fold, one of South Africa's proudest franchises. They were out for a year last year so that the EP Kings could be in the competition. They are back. They've got young Alton Yankees back in the fold. He spent last year down here in the Western Cape. I think he needed to stay at top flight level while the Lions were out. What I love about them is they all want to be in that side. Not too many big names. They play with heart. The team to watch, and I say this even as a Stormers faithful, but the team to watch this year, the Sharks. Why? Jake White returned from coaching the Brumbies. And they've got John Smith in that side. They have the pedigree. They've won the tournaments both locally and abroad. They are going to be a very difficult side. And listening to a lot of the players chatting, they seem to be the team to beat this year.
I heard you mention Alton Yankees. Victor Matfield is back. What is that about?
Victor Matfield is back in the fold. Now, he took time out or time off. And, you know, meeting him through a lot of the other events that we were doing and getting to know him and see the level of physicality that he still had. There was I could even see that he wasn't ready to give up. He started mountain biking, doing everything that he could to keep his body fit and strong. The Bulls need experience. They need someone to lead from the front. They've got some of the most exciting youngsters, the young Serafantines in the world, these guys that are knocking on the Springbok door. They need a cool head. They need someone there that can be that rock, and he certainly is one of the best line-out exponents in the world,
and
hands
they
down.
definitely need me back as a supporter, because I'll never forget the day that I was rooting for the Stormers and someone came up to me and said, put down that placard, we know you're a bull. So, yeah. Okay.
But it's an opportunity to get behind your provincial teams as they take on the rest of the world. And we know that New Zealand, courtesy of the Hurricanes, dominated the Super Rugby season last year. But I'm glad you spoke about the Bulls, because they have been rebuilding. They've got a lot of really exciting young players coming through the fold. And we have the opportunity now to get a bit of inside info into the Bulls rugby team. So let's take a look at what their chances are shaping up and how the players are feeling ahead of the Super Rugby season.
Since Super Rugby inception, the Blue Bulls are South Africa's top-performing side with 3 titles under their belt and multiple top 4 finishes. But with a contrasting Currie Cup season and mass exodus of Loftus stalwarts, do the Bulls have what it takes to lift silver this year?
We take it week by week, you know, like all the other sides. We definitely also would like to say, listen, we're in there for, you know, to go all the way. But, you know, you can't think further than your next opponent. So that almost helps you to focus and to get your strategy spot on and respect every opposition you play against.
Winning the South African Conference last season and bowing out with a narrow 26-24 loss to the Brumbies in the semis, the Bulls have set the bar high to better their last performance with a new-look team. At the end of last season, the Bulls bid farewell to 7 regular starts, which included 6 Springboks, the most notable being star kicker Mornay Steyn, last season's top point scorer.
It's a different season for us, losing a lot of huge chunk of senior players. So some of them is really difficult to replace, but that just gives the opportunity for new guys to find their feet and for us as a group to grow. So and that's what we've been doing since the pre-season last year. So it's been a really good few months for us, but it's a new season for the Bulls and we're building something new. If we play as a unit and if we keep our spirits high, we're going to have a special season.
But as they say in the capital, a bull mark a plan, and coach Frans Ludeker will be relishing the return of captain Piers Spies and Francois Hougaard, who were notably missed during their Currie Cup campaign, as well as a youthful backline with the likes of JJ Engelbrecht, Louis Fortier and Jan Serfontein.
we're very confident that they will be all available for that first game playing against the Sharks. In our warm-up games, they get opportunity also to get back almost to business, So we're very excited that all of them are fit and ready to go. I think all the sides in South Africa, this competition will feature a lot of young players. And it's a great opportunity for players to, claim a spot.
JJ and Jan Savilton had great seasons last year for us. They've done brilliantly, and for us, this year they're gonna be of much worth. It's a combination of the young guys and the experience that you need to carry you through a Super Rugby season.
If the glass jaw of the mighty Bulls does not shatter, then they could repeat last year's performances, but are unlikely to better them. And with losses in their pre-season's warm-up and flanker Arno Botha out for the campaign, cracks are already showing.